O great Spirit, hear my cry. I lift my soul beneath your sky. With broken pieces deep inside, make me whole through tears I've cried. Take this heart, it beats for you, a shattered mirror seeking truth. Restore these cracks no longer few. In your grace, I'm born anew. I give it all, my spirit speaks. Through the blood, your love repeats. Every piece that's lost, you seek. Oh, mend the ways my soul is weak. Your hands, they shape the shards I've broken. Through every tear, and it's time I am awoken. I kneel and trust, my knees are bent. You're the song, not the lament. Renew my mind, guide every thought. A higher peace your love has brought. Among the battles I have fought, I cling to you, it's all I've sought. I give it all, my spirit speaks. Through the blood, your love repeats. Every piece that's lost, you seek. Oh, mend the ways my soul is weak.
May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This guy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 62nd edition of the Community Pulse. Once again, we're in for a fantastic show. Scotty Butters. I met him not long ago, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know him. I'm sure most of you out there are as well. And co-hosting tonight, we have Justine Kasprick with some fantastic news of her own. So can't wait to get the both of them up here. We open the show every week with a specific song that either caught DJ's ears, mine, or one of the mods. In this case, Folk Punk. Had the pleasure of listening to Bridget Benanti. I should pronounce that. It's pretty much Italian. On Thomas Christ's show. And the one I missed because the Toronto Maple Leafs playoff, to those of you who know me, I've missed a lot of streams this past week. And that song's called Broken Pieces, a new artist. Canadian artist from BC and moved to New Jersey, I believe. Yeah, we're going to get to know her a lot more, and she's going to show up in the community, and looking forward to hearing what she has. Please go over to her channel. I've already checked out a few of her songs and offer up some support. And yeah, the featured channel tonight is Charlie Tomstone, and we're going to be playing a little montage in a minute. The notable music streaming channels that I promote on this show are what I call, these are the channels that have really helped my channel grow, and I think I can speak for most of you out there, and I hope my volume is a little better than it usually is. I made some adjustments. Jade Star, she does live interviews every Thursday at 6 p.m. at this time, and she's just amazing at what she does. Her interviews are just fantastic, and she gets some pretty cool talent along with some of the community's finest. And she also streams throughout the week with How To app on iOS. She has amazing shows. Please go offer up some support. Independent Many United every Friday night at 8 p.m. Indy has a cool little show titled Indie After Dark. Half the show she will have people come up on her panel, sing or play live. And then the other half will be discussion, open discussion on topics going on around the world and whatever comes up. Fantastic show. 15th Bend every Thursday at 9 p.m. is the indie music roller coaster. 15th has a fantastic show. I think he's been doing this now for 3 years. A great individual, a great friend of mine, and yeah, please check out. He is streaming this week from what I hear, and please go check it out. Chad Freeman, Ham Sunday on Tuesday. Chad has changed it up a bit. He's gone to Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Chad has a lot of things going on in the month of May, and I do want to take a second to shout it out. Chad's just an amazing supporter of so many of our music and our channels. On May 31st in particular, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Chad's got a show. I should know the title. It's the only thing I didn't write down. How good am I? This show will be a heartfelt exploration of music's power to heal, uplift, and transform with a sound remedy. If you have a song that you feel is uplifting, and our artist tonight certainly has a few of those, please send it off to Chad Freeman, and he's going to play. And there she is. Jade Star is in the house. All right. So, yeah, then we got Francis and Ian, the replay, every other Sunday at 8 p.m. Something happened this week. I didn't get to talk to Francis or Ian, but they've postponed the show to next week, I think JJ was telling me. Every other Sunday at 8 p.m. It's a fantastic show. It's an old show from about 5-6 years ago that they brought back to life. So it's pretty cool. Thomas Christ, You Rock, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Many of you know Thomas is one of my favorite artists and YouTube personalities. He's got a fantastic show. You got to go check it out. Many times I email a lot of the artists that I know from my community that aren't familiar to try to get them over to Thomas and Pete. So a great segue. When you want to those listening on replay, you want to submit a song, all you have to do is go to Thomas's channel, follow that link, fill out the form, couple questions, and then hit submit, and that's it. Pete Johns every Sunday at 7 p.m. Your Music Live. I've said this many times. Pete Johns, and I know Jade Star. I think I took the line from Jade. Pete Johns is the gateway pretty much to these communities. If you didn't come in through Pete Johns, you definitely came in from Metalhead Hippie. But many of you have come in through Pete Johns directly or indirectly. So Pete has a fantastic show. The first, that's how I came into the community, episode number 83. I will never forget it. And, oh yeah, and I'm supporting the Pete Johns show. So there it is. All right. Same deal. Follow the link, fill out a form, submit your music. And trust me, y'all, whoever hasn't done this, your channel will grow. And all of us can say that. And then we have, of course, Lori's Mishmash. If I didn't shout her out, she'd probably kill me. So, no, I'm just kidding. I put her on here because many of us believe that Lori is the glue to all of these communities. She seems to be everywhere. Her love and support to all the musicians out there is unmatched. So, yes. So tonight, I forgot to set up the dump. We have Monday Night Live Jam and Hang with Vince Gianella right after this show. Actually, it starts at 9 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, we got Axe and Nacho. And Axe is, he will come join us at one point throughout the show. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think I better stop talking before I lose my voice. Hello to everybody out there. Sonic Grace, Jorge, DJ Big Red Snooks, Mood Elevator, great to see you. So many amazing people out there. Synth Works, thanks for that contribution. I love you, brother. And who else do we got? We got so many people. Hetriani, Clayton Vaughn, Cluj, Sonic Grace, I think I mentioned. Dell's in the house. We got Martin Kelly, Rachel Howard, Scotty Butters. Of course, Scotty's in the house. All right, I better get back to the shout-outs, and I know DJ Big Red is doing a fine job on posting everybody's links as you enter the room. Oofsie Baba. Great to see you, my friend. All right. So, as I said, this week's featured channel, Charlie Tombstone. I've been following Charlie for maybe 3 years now. Techno, dark techno, mix, cyberpunk, hip hop, you name it, Charlie will play it. An amazing artist. I'm going to say from France. His channel does not show it, but he's definitely French because I have to translate or ask my coworker to. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Please offer up some support to these artists, and let's do this. I was going to say let's oge. How bad is that, Jade? All right. How awesome is that? So please, Charlie Tombstone's channel link, it will be posted throughout the show at the top of the chat. And yeah, please go offer up some support. Another one of those artists that support many of us. And yeah, let's grow together. So we have, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's bring up our featured co-host and with some exciting news. I don't even know if she wants to share it. I guess she has to now. But yeah, she's nodding her head. All right, let's do it. Welcome, everybody. Justine Kasprick.
Hey!
Justine.
I made it.
Yeah.
Here's a little.
That was tight. You were driving, yeah, you just pulled up into your house right
Pretty much.
10 after, 12
Yeah.
after, something like
10
that.
after. 9
How you
after.
doing?
I'm doing good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing
Good.
well. So yeah, I know you're a big supporter of Scotty's,
Yes.
and you're a
He's
mod
awesome.
on Scotty's channel,
Yep.
and yeah, so
He's a great guy.
yeah, I'm looking
It'll be
forward to
fun.
it. And he's so down to earth. And I'm thinking he's got to have some Canadian blood because he's constantly apologizing. You know?
He even wrote a song about it.
Yeah, oh, there you go. It's just awesome. So before we get on to Scotty, what's been going on? I know. Look at the glow in your face.
Oh, yeah.
The smile. Tell us.
I'm a happy bunny. Okay, so I'm buying a house this week. And I'm buying a house that needs to be fixed up in a very, very, very nice neighborhood. So I'm extremely excited. I'm closing this Thursday, and that's where I was tonight, looking at the layout of the house, doing the final walkthrough before I hand over my cash. So
Wow.
very excited.
And you know
Can't
what?
wait.
The neighborhood is everything, right?
That's what the advice that was given to me was: buy a house that needs to be fixed up, maybe not the nicest house, in the best neighborhood you can find. So I've been wanting to live in this neighborhood for a very long time. It's really, really nice. It's established, it's older, it's city, and you've got, like parks and where it looks like country, but you're in the middle of the city. It's just amazing. There's tons to do. And it's a nice, beautiful, safe neighborhood where the kids can play outside. And it's just awesome. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Yeah. And like I
Excited.
said, make some little shorts, some videos of the progress. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, will be.
To watch. And I'm really happy for you. I
Thanks.
truly am. And I'm sure so many out there in our communities feel the same way. So it's fantastic.
One of these days I'll get to have a community barbecue. That'll be
I
fun.
can't cross the border. So, yeah. Maybe they can build a drone and kind of swoop me in and then take me back.
Exactly. Secret you in.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's fantastic news. So
Thank you.
thank you for doing this
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
for us, for Scotty, and
Yeah.
I truly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I can't wait to get started with this. We've got so many people in the chat. This chat was lit. It usually takes a little bit of time to get going, but it's been going right from the start. I mean, I had to give up on trying to keep up to posting.
Hey, blanket hellos.
Yes. All right. Should we get started?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. So, as many of you have been on the show, I always say choose 4 tracks, and Scotty said, "Yeah, I got 4, but if it's not," he basically said there is another one, but don't feel that you have to, along those words, that you have to play it. But anyways, when I had a look at it, it's all about a news interview for a Nashville contest entry of a song he wrote, "I Miss You More," and I'll let you listen to this, and because I know, and then we'll talk to Scotty a little later on the true meaning behind the song, but I think it'll be expressed in this contest. So, all right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Look, she already.
A singer-songwriter from Coldwater is in the running for a nationwide contest to win a dream recording package in Nashville. Alex Jokic sat down with Scotty Butters as he vies for the prize. And Alex, he's making some serious headway, right?
That's right, Kirk. More than 500 people entered into this contest. From there, Dark Horse Institute, the studio behind it all, narrowed it down to their top 200 or so entries. Now it's up to an online public vote in which the top 3 vote getters and 1 wild card will move on to the final round. Scotty Butters is currently in 3rd place with an emotional story and a beautiful song to back it up.
It's basically about the different degrees of missing someone that you care about.
For Scotty, that someone was his mother, Rhonda Rivers, who died after a 10-year battle with cancer.
Mama, don't you worry, I'm not coming home. And I still got this old guitar, so I'll never sing alone. I'm not sure if it was Christmas Eve or Christmas. I talked to her and I told her that I'd come back in spring and come see her when the weather got nicer. 2 days later, I got a call that she passed. House must feel so hollow. Cigarettes and whiskey. Think about you there long. How you must miss me. In the beginning, it was hard for me to even play the song without crying. It was hard for me to get through it.
Scotty says he's never entered a contest before, but when his dad sent him a link to this one, he immediately knew he had to do it.
The first round of voting ended on March 16th, which is my mother's birthday. So I took that as a sign.
Scotty tells us his earliest memories center around singing with his mom. Then, when she got really sick in the final months of her life, he sang to her in the hospital, and he's still singing for her now.
Not that far away, but I miss you more this time. Not until my mom passed was I able to really come out of my shell and really strive to be who I've always wanted to be. I wanted to do it for her, and I didn't want to waste any more time. And I found this old picture of you. It really brightens up the room. I think she would love it. I think she would be really, really proud. Miss you more this time.
Now, if Scotty wins the contest, his $15,000 recording package would include a 6-song EP album, a photo shoot, and album artwork. He says the experience could change his life. So if you'd like to vote for Scotty, we'll post a link on wwmt.com. This round of voting runs through Sunday. You can vote once a day. And again, he'd need to be in the top 3 to move forward in the contest. We'll be sure to keep you updated on what happens. Marcy. Alex, thanks. Catchy song.
How awesome is that? Let's go back to this. Yeah. I think you're muted. I think you did that.
Hello.
There you go. How fantastic is that, eh?
Oh, that's pretty cool right there. Yeah.
Scotty without the hair.
Oh,
All right.
without a beard. I hardly recognized him.
I know. I had to, when I was going through his videos, I had to go back and was like, do I have the right guy?
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring on our featured artist, Scotty Butters, everybody.
How you doing?
Great to have you on.
Yes, great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. If you could just turn up a little bit, I think.
A little better?
A little. How's it out there, everybody?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't want to have this much.
Is it my headphones or are you?
No, he's low. Yeah.
You're low.
Yeah, I am low. Okay. Is that a little better?
A little bit.
I'll try
Yeah.
to speak up.
Oh, there we go.
Project.
Check.
Well,
Gotta love Mike live problems, don't you?
oh, this is perfect. This is what it's all about.
Right.
How's that saying, Scotty? Ought never to be organized. Yeah.
Never.
Plan ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Stony Run. Weird seeing Scotty without the guitar.
The guitar. Yep.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
awesome.
I'm going to let Justine ask some questions, and
Okay, great.
yeah, let's.
Well, that song "Miss You More" really got me too. I love that tune.
Thank you.
It I took it almost, when I first heard it, almost like you were just leaving the house. I didn't
that's-
realize,
Yeah, it's kind of different
exactly.
layers to it. Yeah, because in the
Yeah.
beginning, that is what I'm doing. I'm just leaving. Yeah,
Yeah,
really close with my mom.
that's a really great tune. So Scotty, what got you into playing music? Has it been something that you've done your whole life, or is it something you got into more as an adult?
I was kind of ever since I could talk, I sing. I could sing. I would try to sing anyway. I guess I don't know when I could actually sing, but I get in trouble at school all the time for singing and stuff. But my grandfather played music, so I was around it a lot through him.
That's great. What kind of music did he play?
He played a lot of older country stuff, and he played. It was hard for me to learn from him because he played an open G tuning on his guitar, so he played with bar chord and stuff. So he would always talk about, he didn't know how to play that Spanish tuning. That's what he would call it, Spanish tuning.
Yeah.
So he would teach me. He'd teach me things about music, but not a whole lot of the guitar, a little bit, but he couldn't teach me chords. But that's where it started, and my mom loved music, so I was always around music. I just constantly, music was just all the time. And I started playing drums. I didn't start playing guitar. They got me guitars and stuff, and I was a destructive kid. I broke it constantly. But when I got to be about 13, I got some drums. Got a set of drums and started beating the heck out of them. And I love doing it. I love the concept of drums. I can do it. I understand how to do it. My body does it and everything. I'm just really lazy because it's a lot of work.
So we've got some messages from Southern Zone and Snook saying you're still low. They can't hear you.
I can't believe that.
Is your echo fixed?
Oh wait, you know what? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm all set up.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully that'll help. Does that help?
Oh,
That's better.
here we
Jeez,
go.
my bad. See, we're learning.
Oh, beautiful.
We're burning and learning. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Solid learning experience.
Now I'm probably going to be too hot. Okay, you let me know if I get loud.
No,
All right.
I think you're great now.
All right, good. Okay, where were we?
Did you play in high school, or is this just like an extraneous thing for you?
Well, I started playing. I played the drums a little bit, but then I was like, I don't really want to do this. And I met this other kid, and he played drums, and he was just a little kid. He was like 13 years old, and he was really good. So it's like, I'm gonna hook up with this guy, and then hook up with them. Nothing ever. I just joined little bands every once in a while and do stuff. But I was always a really shy kid. I wanted to do it, but didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And so. Fast forward a little bit, I kind of gave up on doing it. I love music and stuff, and I tinker with the guitar a little bit and everything, but I sold the drums or whatever. And then when I was about 17, I think, 17, 18 years old, I could play a little bit before that, but I'll never forget because I'd go over to my weed dealer's house, and he'd play music, and I was like, man, can you teach me a couple chords or something? He's like, yeah. So he taught me Tesla the Way It Is, Rock You Like a Hurricane. There was something else. But he really liked, he was into Pink Floyd stuff, so he liked a lot of good music. So I learned a lot of stuff from him. And I still have his guitar back here. He sold it to me. He needed money at one point. Sold it to me for $150. It's a nice Alvarez, just cool. Acoustic, not acoustic electric. But anyway, yeah. So, and then from then on, I just kept teaching myself. My dad owned a video store. I'd sit in there, just play. And I've played, I couldn't tell you how many hours I played. I just played. Sometimes probably wasn't real productive playing, but I was playing. So.
Well, and that's just it. It's just about just playing. That's what I think. Yeah.
And I didn't actually start doing it. We moved to Michigan in 2007. And I hadn't played for a little bit. My mom passed away in 2008, and then I still didn't play for a bit. And then I was going to talk about this later, but then we lost my father-in-law too. So I don't know. life started getting different, felt different. I knew that I needed to do something. I knew I would have wanted to do, but I kind of felt like I was riding through life thinking I always had tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
And so started playing, and now, heck, I do that. This is all I do. I don't have another job. My wife doesn't have another. This is what we do. That's all we do. I play, you know, in the summertime it's really good. Wintertime kind of slows down, but it's good. It's not, it's really, really fun. And only in the past couple of years, I've really kind of started trying to be present and enjoy all of it, because I've never been real proud of myself. Everybody else is always talking about this and that. I just think I got everybody fooled. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just tricking everybody. You know,
Like
and
fake it till you make it. That's
yeah,
what it is.
right. So I got a little bit of that imposter syndrome, kind of. You know, I don't, I felt like, and I realized eventually that it was really rude for me not to be present, not take the time, and not understand that people want to take pictures with me or like spend time with me or do things, you know, because I play private parties sometimes. I kind of feel like I just ducked out, you know, I'm done with my stuff. I'm like, see you later. You know, now I hang out with them. We do pictures. And I don't do shots and stuff, but they'll do shots. I'll eat a gummy, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Right. That's really great. Yeah. Cause I was going to ask you about your live playing, you know, how often and where you play and all that too. Cause I know you do a lot of that.
Yeah. I play a lot of little restaurants and stuff, and bars, restaurants, but mostly in the summertime, a lot of private parties, more than I didn't know you could even do that. When I started doing this, I started playing in a bar. I was working at a bar, and I said, there's nobody playing in this bar at all. And I started playing again. I picked up the guitar because life is different. And I started playing. I started learning these songs, and I was working at this bar as a cook, and I was like, you never have music in here. What do you think about having music? And she said, okay, let me come in on Wednesdays and start playing. And it just kind of took off from there. I booked my first private party that first year, and I didn't even know you could do that. He was like, how much would you charge for a private party? I was like, $100? I don't know. And he's like, sold, you know. And I went down there, and it was amazing. And I met, and those people ended up being some of the best friends, like family. Yeah, that whole camp. It was a campground, so they had me come down and play at the campground. It was amazing. So yeah, and then just kind of snowballed from there. Like the waitress that used to work, or the bartender that used to work at that bar I started working at another bar. She said, hey, they want music. So then I started playing there. And then eventually, and good thing, because, I mean, I'm telling you, Mood Elevator was working her butt off all the time. I was starting to feel like a bum, you know? So once it was nice once we started, you know, once we got to the point where we could survive.
No, that's pretty cool. The, I guess not many people know that, Mood Elevator. Do you want to introduce her?
Oh, Mood Elevator?
Yeah.
Introduce? Oh, yeah, that's my wife. That's my best friend. That's my partner in crime. My boss.
And she's responsible for the artwork and stuff like that. We'll get into that in a bit. That's
Yep. She does a lot of all my promo stuff.
That's fantastic.
Flyers. That kind of thing.
All right. I'm gonna do some shout outs, get on with this. And then we've got I Miss You More on Ready to Go.
Which is the song that for the contest, yeah. I ended up coming in second, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna ask you.
I forgot to even talk about it. I'm sorry. Not to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I came in second. It was pretty cool. Came in second. It was cool. Okay.
That's fantastic.
Cool. Still recorded the album.
Yeah. And it's nationwide, right?
That was a nationwide thing. Yeah.
Wicked. All right. So as you all know, the Community Pulse, there are so many shout-outs between myself, DJ Big Red, and Folk Punk. There's so many artists that that we have that we want to include in the shout-outs, and if we shouted them all out, we'd be here all night. So I kind of randomly just handpicked, but there is a playlist that features most of these artists and also the ones that I'm not shouting out. And it's the 62nd edition of the Community Pulse. DJ Big Red and Folk Punk are going to be dropping these links. Rose Ackerman, May 5th, 2025. My good friend Mary, who's in the chat from Italy, she's still up to watch Scotty Butters. She does amazing videos to some of these classic songs, some that I never thought I'd hear again. So it's really cool to listen to and watch. Well done, Mary. Tremor Bear, Summer is Coming, Tracy Melly, Lip Sync, Adorable Anarchy. She's going to be on the show soon. A song called Stockholm. Martin Kelly, new to these communities, at least for me. He's probably been around for a while. I think I met him on Dom and Chris's show. Anyways, please go offer up some support to Martin. He's constantly dropping some of his works every week, at least a couple. Johanna Lynn had a couple tracks. Badass Brutus guitar with Sebastian Kreck. Linda Jean, my favorite Canadian artist. 100 Lifetimes. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Linda Jean, Scotty, but a great country artist. Not suggesting that that's your genre, but it's you would really enjoy it. Something tells me. Yeah, check her out.
I love it.
Yeah, Ufsi Baba out of Turkey, another fantastic artist. Greg Hutto. Take Two Drums covers, Sonic Race. How you doing, brother? He's in the chat. Crow, Days Alexander, Amplifier, voice number 15, Crunch, another fantastic guitarist. And then we got Joey G, another. We got so many amazing guitarists. I can just go on forever. Hypnotic Transmissions, Unknown Jungle, Adam Holtz, My Love for You Is True, Me, Myself, and iPhone, an Alice in Chains cover, Chris Lane Sr., our heartfelt song about moving on from betrayal. Very cool stuff. I'm going to stop there for now. We got so many artists to shout out this week. So this song that you entered into the contest is I Miss You More. And obviously it has a lot of meaning to you. And your email to me the other day, you know, because I lost my mom and in 2022. And I had released a couple tracks, and it inspired me to create that little mini 2-song playlist, and it was nice. I went to the cemetery yesterday morning and just put my phone right in front of her, and yeah, I got to sit back and chill, and I think I listened to it on repeat on the way home, so it was really cool. So tell us a little bit about I Miss You More.
I was just kind of thought about the. I guess it was kind of about when we first moved to Michigan, and I kind of felt bad because I don't know, I felt like I don't know, she was like I said, she was my best friend, so I kind of felt like I left her in a way, and then so I didn't see her that much, but right before she passed, I didn't know she was. I mean, I knew she was kind of sick or whatever, but I just got this strange feeling I need to go home, or I need to go back, and so Mood Elevator drove me down there, and I went back and I stayed for a month, and that's kind of like about the middle of the song. It's kind of during the about that part of it all, going back and to the house, and then I guess the end of the song. I mean, it's just kind of goes from the beginning of me leaving home to missing her, and then leaving, even from the beginning, leaving home. I left home fairly early, about 16. But I wasn't even playing guitar then, but it sounded good in the song, I suppose. Actually, I think I did have a guitar though. I have a guitar, I just wasn't great at it yet. I was getting there. It took a long time. It takes a lot of self-discipline and a lot of work to learn how to play guitar, I feel like. But yeah, so in the end of it's just kind of, I feel like it just applied to how, I don't know, just being separated from her and how, when we talk and stuff, we'd talk about, we'd do that kind of thing, I miss you and, I miss you more and stuff, kind of stuff, that cheesy kind of stuff. And I don't know. And that's, yeah, it's just that. I don't know. It's a lot. It chokes me up. It's a lot. You got me with that. It's been a while too.
You can tell the tune is so personal, and it's so cool because you can relate to it in so many different aspects, the young kid leaving and then, missing your mom, but wanting to have your own life and then coming back. And it was really, it's beautiful storytelling, I think, in all of your songs.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Beautiful. All right, let's have a listen. I miss you more.
Mama, don't you worry, I'm not coming home. But I've still got this old guitar, so I'll never sing alone. Time for me to go out and find out who I am. I hope you keep fighting till you find yourself again. The house must feel so hollow, cigarettes and whiskey, and I think about you there alone, and how you must miss me. There's better things to do, sit around with worries, 'cause we're getting older. Hell, I'm in my 30s, and I'll visit again next spring when brighter days get shine. You're not that far away, and I miss you more this time. Last month of my stay, last time I was there, I helped you back on your feet, even though you were scared. And we'd spend our days just talking about everything we'd seen, the years of good and bad, and how you were proud of the man I turned out to be. The house must feel so hollow, cigarettes and whiskey, and I think about you there alone, and how you must miss me. There's better things to do, sit around with worries, 'cause we're getting older. Hell, I'm in my 30s, I'll visit again next spring when brighter days get shine. You're not that far away, but I miss you more this time. Mama, don't you worry about not coming home, 'cause I'm here now and I won't have to do this on my own. And I know when I look up, we see the same moon, and I found this old picture of you. It really brightens up the room. The house must feel so hollow, cigarettes and whiskey, and I think about you there alone, and how you must miss me. There's better things to do, sit around with worries, 'cause we're all getting older, yeah. Hell, I'm in my 30s, I'll visit again next spring when brighter days get shine. You seem so far away, but I miss you more this time. I miss you more this time. I miss you more this time. And I found this old picture of you. It really brightens up the room.
bring us back up. That was beautiful.
Killer tune.
Yeah. And it's just like the tracks and what I went through. I think you have actually, was it nine originals out on YouTube?
Oh, on that
On your music on the channel.
Yeah. From that album, there's 10.
There's 10
all
yeah.
together. Yeah. We only did, I think, lyric videos for like 7 or something. So yeah. But
Yeah.
It's a great slide guitar on that.
yeah, it's really funny. I looked at Mood Elevator and I said, "Is that a banjo? Is a banjo in there? I don't remember there being a banjo in there." I love it. There's so many great people that played on that album, like really good players. People that play like the slide guitar player. I think on that song, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, on that one was
John Anderson's.
No, the guy that toured with Kid Rock. Not somebody, and then John Anderson, the country guy, John Anderson, his drummer was the drummer for all of it.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I met a lot of cool people. And what I wanted to say, I don't want to forget this. Singing the harmonies was was a good friend of mine that I met through that contest. I met her, and she had breast cancer. And she was in remission, and I met her through that. And she was kind of she was pretty cool. I met her and stuff, and then the cancer came back, and then she kind of a bucket list thing for her to be able to go to Nashville and record. So I took her along, and she got to sing backup on that.
Awesome. That's cool.
And yeah,
That's
so that's
great
cool.
thing to do.
She sings on a couple tunes on there. Yeah, Brenda Webster. She passed away, and I think it was 2017. I think we were just talking about it, but yeah, we lost her. So.
That's a great way to memorialize her, though.
Yes.
A lot of people in the chat were talking about the lyrics, and those are great lyrics. And I'm wondering if you have a method for writing your lyrics, or do you just like have a subject in your head and go for it?
It's different every time because there's some songs that just come to me right away, and I just write it down. I'm like, that seems pretty good. I'll just keep it like that, And then others, maybe I'll hum a melody for a while, and I don't really know what the words are, and then I don't know. It just a little bit of different. I've been kind of mixing it up lately and trying to get out of my own way. I have a tendency to just want to talk all the time and sing all the time, so I'll make up something, immediately start singing over it, and just whatever, and don't even think about where the chords are going or what the music's doing. It's pretty reckless, really. So I'm trying to rein it in a little bit. I'm on some new ADHD medicine. So
I identify with that.
I'm going to do some shout outs, but I do want to say that we have a couple of cancer survivors in the chat now that I personally know. And these stories are really touching them. So,
yeah, God bless you all. Yeah.
All right. We'll continue with some shout outs. Tony McGreal, High Clouds, Ashley Dale Kelly, another brilliant talent, relatively new to our communities. I guess I should face the microphone. All right. Pole Vault, Time Flies. Pole Vault, who just is recovering. You can't even say he's recovered because it's only been a week.
He's still recovering.
He's back to work, isn't it? I think he's back to work.
Yeah, he's a beast. All right. And Michael Atchison, I think we saw him earlier saying he's going to be lurking. So that's awesome. And hello, Miss Stephanie. Great to see you. We got the Skeptics with Tremor Bear, as you all know, and Ian Luckett. Synthworks. I went out and bought... Okay, here's a little tip for everybody who's got music on Bandcamp. If I have to, I'm going to go through 30 of your tracks, and I think I went through a whole bunch of Synthworks because I wasn't able, the option of buying the discography wasn't available. So I literally had to go right click, left click, right click, left click. but I ended up buying his whole discography. So I wanted to give Synthworks a shout out. It's just fantastic. I'm gonna chill and listen to it over the weekend. I just bought it, I think, yesterday or just over the weekend. So really cool stuff. Great stuff. All right, Jerry Gomes, a video called Video. Scary Garcia. These are just amazing talents. Moses J. Hawkins, Greg Pincus, who will be on the show soon, Nippleback, Sloat, Jeremy Deshaw. Jeremy's in the chat now, so perfect timing. Michael, aka Z-Land, and as you all know, the featured channel for tonight's show, Charlie Tom Stone, put out a track just a couple days ago called Dark Techno. Kathy McCrystal, Abe the Band, Decidious, and I know there's a little hidden story there between him, 15th Bend, so it's pretty cool. Please go check out Abe the Band, Rainfield Music, Gordium 85, aka Pseudo Science, Pause and Guitars. Oh, there you are. I thought I missed your song today, Pause. Thank you for all the support, my friend. A track called That Lonely Feeling. Please go offer up some support. Come on, everybody, let's help each other grow. Blugubrious, Burdened Down, a song he wrote quite some time ago, and I'm glad he released it. Mark Wade, Hurricane Moon, Real, Auntie G and Marcus Cannell. You got both those links. Two fantastic artists there. And yeah, I'm going to stop and continue on to where we are. So, awesome. And I want to thank everybody, Snooks, for putting up all the Scotty's links and all that, and DJ Big Red and Folk Punk for all your hard work you do behind the scenes. I know I get the glory sitting here, but I want everybody to know this show wouldn't be a show whatsoever if it weren't for the work that they do behind the scenes. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. We love you guys.
Yeah. All right, Scotty, we talk about beasts and a machine. I'm not sure if many of you know, but I'm driving home and I'm getting DJ Big Red calling me and saying, Scotty's been live for like 3 hours, man. Where do you get that energy?
I don't know.
And you've got so many songs. I sit back and I'm not gonna lie. Everybody who knows me right now, it's NHL playoffs. I'm Canadian, so I gotta like hockey, and so it's really pretty much every night there's a game. But I listen to you, and you just keep going and going and going, and you obviously been doing this for quite a few years, and your guitar sound, and I think I said it backstage, you've got that perfect, obviously the guitar tone of the Taylor it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Taylor. And you've got that perfect balance with the vocals and the guitar. It's just an incredible live sound that you have, which is hard capture, but I'm listening and I'm taking down some notes and playing around with my volumes, and yeah. So tell us about your setup there. You've got so much going on with your live performances, and I know you prefer live.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of lives. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What the shows that you have? Why don't you give yourself a shout out?
Oh, I do. I right now I'm committed to weekly on Tuesdays. We have Tuesday Live. We do Tuesday at 8 p.m. Mm-hmm. And you never know. I'm trying to whittle the show down to 4 hours, but we usually go about 7 or 8. But I try. It's just everybody keeps requesting stuff.
Yep, there's a lot, and you play it.
Yeah, if there's 20, if there's over 20 people, sometimes there's 30 people, and I don't want to just like, I don't know. We're having a good time, so I just keep going. I don't know, but yeah, no, I have a good time. I love it. I don't know. I don't know where I find all the energy. I've always had it. I've never drank coffee in my life. I don't eat anything like that. If I did Coke, I'd probably explode. Seriously, I've just had so much energy on my thing. I've been lucky. I'm blessed. I'm blessed in a lot of ways, for sure.
Yeah, you certainly are. And we are. To be
Yes,
able
to have
listen
you here.
to your music and to have met you here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any questions there, Justine, or do you want?
Yeah, actually, how did you arrive on YouTube? I know you played live a lot, but how did you get here?
That's a great question.
Well,
Never
it took
heard
a
that
lot.
one.
When I started, what I was talking about when I started playing at the, what'd you say?
I said kicking and screaming. So I
Oh,
got
kicking
it.
and screaming. Kicking and screaming and fighting, I think is how I did it. As Mood Elevator was behind me, pushing on my back. I'm like, no. So when I started playing at that restaurant that or the bar that I cooked for, she let me play every Wednesday, and I started doing that. And man, I can't tell you how, I don't know from her perspective what she went through, but I know from my perspective what she went through. And I was a nervous wreck all the time. It was terrible. Every show I was like just sick all the time. But I just forced myself to do it. And it just, I don't know. And it just kind of got to where it was, what was the question?
How did you come to YouTube?
How'd you get on YouTube?
Okay. So I started playing, and I really, and I actually before I started playing, I started putting YouTube videos up. I had Fire and Rain, James Taylor. I had a few songs I put up, and I was quite proud of that. And I wish I would have just kept going, but I just stopped doing that once I started playing out, and I don't know why. I just did, and I kept watching through the years. I was like, man, I should get on there, but I'm very, very shy. This is a lot. I'm nervous, but I mean, I hide it well, I think, but it's, and I'm just like that. And I was the same way getting online. I'm like, there's potentially a lot of people who could watch me, and I just make them nervous. And I don't know. I just, I've had I'm damaged. What can I say? I don't believe in myself. Everybody else believes in me. I'm just taking your word for it, and I'm just going along with it. But I'm starting to kind of believe. I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid. So let's see what happens, right? She got me on here, and now I'm really enjoying it. And she knew if she got me on here, I'd lean into it, because she said all you like to do is talk constantly. So sorry.
Well, I remember my introduction to you. Kurt and I were actually driving back from Massachusetts on a massive 15-hour drive, and that show saved my life. I would just like to tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
I think we were listening to Axe and Nacho at the time, and you were on there. That was my first encounter with you. So yeah, they say music saves lives. It really does.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm sorry to say that I've for a lot of years, and a lot of times it's easy to slip into taking it for granted. I forget how important it is and how much it touches people. Sometimes I think I get emotional easily. So sometimes maybe I feel like I'm kind of an empath, I really soak in people's energy, and sometimes it's a lot. So when I'm in it, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Save me. Somebody ask a question.
Well, you know what? We have, you're singing from the soul, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you're singing songs that matter. And you're playing to the audience, and so they're feeling it, and it's bouncing right back at you. Yeah, it's really cool. This song that we have on cue is Jackson County, USA, and it's from the 2015 DNG album, original art by Rebecca Butters at Mood Elevator.
Oh,
So what do you tell us about that song?
Jackson.
County, USA.
Yeah. Well, that one. Okay, so I guess that was just about how I was born in Madison, Indiana, down by the Ohio River, and then my mom and my dad split up. And it's kind of about, like I said, I had kind of a rough go with it, and my dad liked to beat her a lot. That's one of my first memories is seeing my dad beat her pretty badly, really. And I don't know, it's just so it's just kind of about how we got out of that situation, moved into another situation. How I think going to Jackson County. And Jackson County, the one I'm speaking of, I tried to leave it broad though because I figured, hey, that'd be fun one day. Maybe I'll play in all 50 states and I'll play in Jackson County everywhere. Who knows what'll happen. So I left that open like that on purpose. But to really Seymour, Indiana is where we ended up, which is where John Mellencamp is from. And so there's a lot of Mellencamp's running around, a lot of music kind of stuff, So, and that was I think that was my first concert too, Mellencamp. So that kind of inspired me too. That was like in a parking lot or something. It was pretty cool. So it's just about growing up there and my, my friends that I met and some of the trouble we got into. We did a lot of that's where I did a lot of my did all my teens there, going through middle school and high school, and man, we caused trouble and we did a lot of stuff. We had fun.
Fantastic.
But yeah, that's kind of what it's about, and that's where, and now, as the song progresses and we get into it, toward the end of it, it just kind of the reminder of how much these places mean to you, and how like my mom, my mom's buried there now, so it means something in that sense as well. So I don't know. I feel like that whole album's tied to my mom, kind of, in some way or another. But yeah, it's mostly about good times, though. I did a lot of living. Lost my virginity in Jackson County. I never said that before. I just want to say it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Right. Now
exclusive.
Angie. It was Angie. Angie.
Had to be an Angie.
Yeah, it was an Angie.
All right. Jackson County, USA. Let's give it a spin.
Awesome.
Well, she was just 17. Mama was carrying me. She'd met the boy next door and thought he was everything. And everything she could ever hope for in a man. But he loved the bottle more, and he beat her with his hands. But like so many things in life, he just wasn't worth the fight. So she packed our bags and we made our way to Jackson County, USA. Well, that's where I found a friend, a best friend still today. Jamie's house was 2 doors down from our place. We paved the streets with trouble, just looking for some girls. And we sneak beer and whiskey any chance we could. Like so many friends of young, we lost touch when school was done. We grew apart, I left and he stayed. Jackson County, USA. The DJ overplaying Mellencamp on the radio, cruising up and down Tipton Street, cross the railroad. And we jump off of anything for kicks at every party in the States. A few years later in another country town, and I met a girl up north and she knew her way around. And after I left, Mama got sick and Jamie had a son. And I finally realized how important that town was. Like so many times in life, it's too late when you finally find what means more than a 5-hour drive. So I go back now and then, see my family and friends. And I
Damn.
That's
That was
such a fun song. I love
so
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very
somebody put in the
relatable.
chat. Somebody put in the chat earlier. What advice could you give?
Thank you.
Some of you caught that, right? And then this comes on by Jeremy Deshaw, and I'm thinking, that's just perfect,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that is.
That's just fantastic.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
advice could you give?
What was the?
So it was basically your
one that asked-
songwriting process, and
Yeah.
then what's the best advice you received?
I think my songwriting process is, especially now, maybe not then, but especially now, because I was just talking about that, how the tempo is a little fast for the lyrics and stuff like that, and we talked about that in the studio, and the guy was, the producer was really cool and everything. But my songwriting process now is I'll write something, I'll write like a little guitar part, and then I automatically just try to do a little bit of a, I don't know how to explain it because it just happens because I've done it so much and I don't know how, but it's kind of like call and response. Even if it's just chords, you're doing call and response. So it's just, I'm big on that kind of I like things to be melodic and stuff, or, so I'm big on that. And most of the time I'll just kind of, I feel like if I'm doing it right, I'll do that and I'll play this. And if I find something I really like and it kind of starts feeling good, then it'll strike up something in me, even words or whatever, and then maybe even the melody. And sometimes it comes like that, and then other times I just have a really cool guitar part that I'm just like, I'll revisit that guitar part, and then it'll click. But sometimes it just has to click. I think I would say I read a book, but I listened to a book by Rick Rubin, and he talks about how the universe has all these ideas out there just floating around, and we have as creators, as artists, and we all are. Some just have better antennas sometimes, and you catch this stuff, and sometimes you don't even know where it comes from. And I think a lot of times that's why I can't explain exactly, because sometimes I feel like it comes from me, but it also comes from somewhere else. Like it doesn't completely belong to me. That makes sense. So
It does make sense, yes.
So my process, though, I just kind of don't try. Like if you try too hard, that's what kills you. You just kind of like that other comment said, write what you know. And I felt like on this album we're talking about, digging my grave, I just went with trying to be a little vulnerable and be very honest and just be kind of, because I figured if I was just me, then that would set me apart from everybody else, because I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just trying to tell my story for the most part, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it makes it totally relatable.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad that worked. Yeah. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just faking my way through the whole thing and just getting lucky a lot of times. And we all, made plenty of mistakes, and, but the songwriting process, I usually just start off with the guitar part. It's very seldom I ever start up with like a melody in my head, singing or anything. I've tried a couple times, and I think I have a couple times done that, and it's been successful. But most of the time, it just comes from playing the guitar, strumming, doing a couple chords together, and then I just hear the certain notes going to different. You pick each certain note out of each chord, and then it creates this melody, and then you think, what can I do with that? And then I get caught. I get lost on my biggest mistake is, though I will say this. Which I don't know if this will help you, but my biggest mistake is that I focus on cadence of the melody and the where it's hitting, and forget about the colorfulness of a melody. Like I forget to go up and down with it. I forget to make it. I kind of get monotone sometimes when I'm thinking about where I want to hit it. Where I want the words to hit, because sometimes I feel like I don't know if it's different or weird, but I just feel like that's where it brings me joy if I do it like that,
Yeah.
If I'm stealing anything from anybody, one thing is Tool. I feel like the lead singer Tool, he does this polyrhythm thing that he does when he sings. All the music's amazing and crazy anyway, but it's like I kind of feel like that some of that developed from that too, because I really like that. I don't know. I really like the way things can kind of have that windshield wiper effect. I used to do that when I was a kid. I'd watch the windshield wipers and the music be on. and it'd be on beat for a second. I'd be, what the hell? And then it would be off, and I was like, wait, and then oh shit, there it is, back on. And I've just always, I love, like I said, I love drums, I love all that. I got kicked out of class, I can't tell you how many times, because just doing just rolls and just I loved it. I carry around drumsticks with me. I fake played drums all the time. I always make. I'll tell you this is kind of embarrassing. I don't tell everybody this kind of stuff, but my poor mom, when I was a teenager, I was like, I'd play Metallica and Justice for All. You guys remember that album, right?
Oh yeah.
I'd play that album. I'd get me some drumsticks, and I'd be like, Mom, watch. I'd be like, and I'd just play air drums the whole album, And I'm not saying she'd stick around for the whole album, but she would watch me some, and I'd drive her crazy because I just, all the time. Anyway, sorry.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
All right, I'm going to continue with a few shout-outs, and I see a new friend to my channel, and I recently went over to his channel, Mountain Man. I'm not really familiar with how many people are familiar with his channel, but please go check out Mountain Man. You'll love it. Please do so. All right, so we've got my Canadian friend Amy Wallace, The Story of Violence. Great track. I know she's a close friend of Synthworks, and I think I met Amy through Synthworks. 11 Drums, Bless 'Em with the Blade, Live to Fly channel, The Rose, a beautiful rendition of Bette Midler's cover. Anthony Rufo, for Music for a Minute. Anthony's another brilliant guitarist. Paula Benson, Where I Am, Tales Told in the Dark. So many of you may or may not know Tales Told in the Dark. If you just want to get away from music and just listen to a cool little tale, this is the channel you want to go to. And of course, this caught my eye because it's titled Frankie, the Appalachian Murder that still haunts the mountains. A really cool little short story, and she does such an amazing job with the narration. Mosh Sia, a new amazing talent, again, new to my channel. I'm not sure how many people out there already subscribe to this amazing creator. A lot of hip hop, just brilliant production. Please go check it out. Mosh Sia. So go offer up some support. He was here earlier. He might still be here. So really cool stuff. Rhodey's Jam Cave was live this week with Porcupine Tree. D. Lynn, Sweet Dreams, Patsy Cline cover, Drew the Genius, Piano Dance, Kid Kane and DJ Lenny and Xavier with the song titled Faith, an excellent premiere. And our friend Metalhead Hippie was back in town. He had a cool little stream the other day. It was awesome. Great to see him back up. Sean Needham released another track exclusive to the Thomas Christ You Rock show titled Dirty Lens. And I'd love to see you submit some of your live covers that you did to Thomas's show, man. Really. You'll really enjoy his show. He's Wednesday night at 7, as I mentioned earlier. Scotty, that would be awesome. I'd love to see you there. It doesn't matter how old if they're older tracks. Your music's got to be heard. It's just fantastic music. All right, we got Paulo Farrell, Losing the Bear, John Scher, Nervous Seat, Take a Short Break. They've been gone for a bit. I hadn't seen anything, but they're back. So Lost in the Echoes of Your Sweet Voice, a great track. Another great Canadian friend of mine, John Lemon and Lemonade. He will be the featured channel next week. Angels in the Storm. Tan Guy is another amazing talent that I met through Synthworks and Amy Wallace. Hall of Gods. Brian drums, Johanna Lynn again, Frank Mel, Dwight Carr, and Rhett and the Mix Club was doing some live mixing last night, working on a track. And I'm going to finish off with two more. EmoBot 9000, somebody new that I just met through Thomas and Pete Johns. And my man, Prince Prodigal, Who's Dune. So Prince is another brilliant artist with a lot of hip hop and rap. Really cool stuff. I'm going to stop there. Yeah, did I mute everybody? I'm glad I was unmuted. Okay, when I saw you guys muted, my heart just
like, oh no. No, you were fine.
Oh man. Oh,
We're letting you go.
I didn't even want to look to my left to see
Afraid to look.
Oh,
Don't tell me I have to do this.
You have to do it again. You have to do it again.
no,
I didn't hear anything.
I wouldn't have done it again. No way. I've done this before.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
funny.
This is a pretty interesting segment. I know a lot of our mature adults out there.
Oh yeah.
This is we like to feature pianists and composers, and I'm not sure why they laugh at how I say it, but I'm thinking it sounds good in my ear, just like every song I write. You know, when you're going, you know exactly what it sounded like. You can hear the bass. I'm thinking I'm saying it correctly. So these are our pianists in our community, and I think they don't get enough love. And I say this because when I spoke to
awesome.
A friend of mine that stopped his stream because nobody's coming out, piano is the core of music as far as I'm concerned. It's just a beautiful instrument if you know how to play it and play it well. It's just gorgeous. Anyways, I wanted to give a shout out to these pianists and composers in our community. So please go off. Stop, Scotty. Jesus. We got another person to join us in the playground, everybody.
It's never going to stop, Frank.
He lost it. Yes, thank you, SynthWorks. I forgot to mention that the music, the background music for this week's show has been for the last few weeks is Donna Mitchell. She is an incredible talent herself. Next week we're going to have Marty Cly, piano guy, and he's going to be featured. So I'm just putting together a little clip to feature that pianist. So thank you everybody for all the support and the laugh. I know we have fun with this segment, but it's I truly mean please go offer up some support, and this way these
they all
artists
have
don't
great
hate
shows.
me even more than they probably do already. So yeah. So let's continue with the show, and it's all yours, Scotty. You're pulling a Frank. You're muted.
I wasn't
Taking
talking.
a page from my book.
I wasn't talking. I was just
Okay.
I was typing. My cat's back here. Meow.
Yeah. Once again, I'm so glad. You know what? It's not even not that I wouldn't want you on the show. I mean, the truth is, you came on the scene, and I must have gotten about 10, 15 emails, messages, and during the show, you got to get Scotty on your show. And it was led by Snooks and everybody else, and DJ Big Red. Is like I said, when you came on, it's obviously you've been in the scene longer than I got to know you, but when you came on, when I was telling you backstage, Hubsy sends me a message, come check out this guy, listen to his sound. Yeah, and then I messaged, I think it was Hetriani, and it just, I was like a kid. Hey, man, you got to go check this out.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Serious.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's very flattering.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Thank you.
That's exactly how I felt when I heard you. And it was just, like I said, it was just the sound. When you got the right sound, and I love your voice.
I was going to say, that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then when somebody requested Copperhead Row,
Copperhead Row.
That's it right there, man. Right there. You know, from the, I don't know, when was that? In the early 90s, but yeah. Really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say that's that's why I started doing back to why I came online, because she's been telling me for years I should do it. I've been kind of wanting to do it, but I'm like, I am shy, and so I decided we would do it, and because one of the things I want to do, but most of the things I want to do, I can't be shy, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm shy. I say shy, but there's more than that, I guess. But I wanted my bucket list is to play in all 50 states. I want to perform in all 50 states. Hopefully a hired gig, you know what I mean? But I want to try to do that. And I figure the best way to meet people is like this. I mean, I could drive around, but shoot, I'm getting older. This makes it a little bit easier. See? So I'm going to meet all these people, and hopefully my end game is to try to play and meet everybody, and it's going to be beautiful.
Well, you got a great product, a great brand, and yeah, man, I can just see your channel is just gonna balloon, and like I said, if not just for yourself, do it for a lot of these artists that are in this chat, and so many more that you'll find in Thomas's show, and Pete John's, and I'm serious.
No, that's a whole nother thing. I smiled because you said that, and that's a whole nother. I realized I had this thing where I was feeling bad about myself, and I couldn't figure out why. And one of the things was because I feel like I've become more spiritual, and I feel like I was given this gift. I mean, whether you believe in God or it's just the universe or whatever, but I was given this thing, and I'm finding that it's I'm starting to understand and realize that it is something pretty awesome. And isn't it? I felt like I was going against the universe, going against the grain and going against what I was put here to do. And what a travesty, what a disservice to everybody, my brothers and sisters, to God, myself. Wow, you know. So we're doing it. Woo!
That's fantastic.
I love it. I'm having a blast.
That's great. Following your joy and what you're meant to do, you know. I do believe that's true.
Yeah, and it made it really easy for me because Axe and Nacho, I don't know if he found me first or I found him, but somehow he started playing my stuff, and I would go in there and chat with everybody. And I started meeting everybody, and it's almost, you know, he helped build a fan base for me, basically, you know. So when I started getting on, you guys were just there, and all of a sudden, you guys are just there. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, so
yep,
I mean,
we're like that.
so I mean, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed that's like that. I mean, you know, I can't thank everybody. And you, Frank, I mean, you know, I've already I peaked at my subs, but they already went up 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 or something.
Well, that's fantastic.
So
Nice to
yeah,
hear.
and I appreciate all the, you know, all the love and support and your kind words. I appreciate you saying the things that you say, because I wonder about the things, and then you say them. And I'm like, hey, you know, look, you know. So I appreciate that. I really do.
You know, this is a beautiful, not this, like our show here. These communities are just such it's, you know, I've been through some hardships. This community helped me go through it. You know, Justine, we all know.
Right.
We're
Yep.
getting to know your hardships.
Yes.
And I can just look in the chat without saying names, knowing the hardships they've been through. And the common denominator, where they come back to, is the community. And it's just a place of comfort. You know, you're going to get just that place to be, and you're not even there physically, and it's just amazing how it works. You can just feel the love. You feel the love that they're sharing with others. It's just a beautiful place to be, and I can't speak enough about these communities. And yes, this is a lot of hard work, and I'm not just saying it, but the Community Pulse is all about everybody, all these artists, these creators in the community. And the one thing I will say about these communities is, and I heard JJ and Thomas Christ often say this, is it's all about celebrating our gift, our music, our talent, and
Our
you
love
don't
for
get any
music.
criticizing. You don't get any. It's again.
Our love for
a-
music, our love for one another.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, JJ said it the other day. We could be changing the music industry. Maybe everybody's gonna go to this. Like, I could listen to Scotty Butters' Synthworks, which I dropped a pretty good buck, because I'm gonna sit there one day and listen to the whole thing. I don't like. You don't even have to pay for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
We've got it right here. So, anyways, that's
Free
my
joy.
rant.
Free
I
joy
just-
if you want it.
Yeah, I just love this community. These communities.
It's an incredible place. It's amazing. People don't even believe me when I tell them there's a giant independent music community on YouTube. And they go, really? I'm like, yes, you should go there and listen to this music, because
Yeah, we're just one little cluster of it. I mean, it's
yeah, and it is so, everybody is so talented and so good. I mean, you're gonna find something you love. You're gonna.
yeah.
Can't hear it on the radio, folks.
All right, before we tee up the next song, upcoming, we have congratulations to Mr. Smith for reaching 900 subs. A brilliant drummer, as most of you know, and my drummer for Ninth Gate, our band.
Yes.
Which is going to be on the show June
Yes,
9th.
Mitty.
Ninth
Oh,
Gate
cool.
is going to be featured on the Community Pulse. I get to sit back and not do anything. I'm going to have Lori and JJ and DJ doing all the work. So
That's gonna be nice.
yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. Congratulations to Ali Patches for reaching 1,000 subscribers, so that's brilliant news. May 19th, next week, an all-Canadian cast, we have Hetriani and Kinger's Music. So we're
Nice.
going to be featuring Kinger's Music. Yep, next week, and it's
Oh,
for.
that's great.
I'm pretty sure it's all of Canada. Yeah. Next weekend is long weekend. So that's gonna be a blast. So that's next Monday. Doing
Excellent.
for others: Dan Anderson, Lini Perez, Read Between the Lines, Rebel Rocker, DJ Big Red, Crimson Crux, Mike and Don, Genesi Music. You know, they're constantly sharing everybody's stuff, posts and links. It's just amazing, and again, a testament to this community, these communities, and how far we've come. Mentions Fridays has turned into the craziest day. It starts with Valerie Bott around 2 o'clock, I think it is. Goes into Charlie Gabalden, and he's streaming for, I think, from 3 or 4 o'clock to about 5. And then we have, you can go out, have dinner, and then come right back and join Independent Many United, Indie After Dark, open mic and conversations. A fantastic show. Mr. Smith is also on at 8 o'clock with live drums or sessions or sound sessions. That's Friday at 8 p.m. And he's often joined by Valerie Bott, sorry. Pole Vault and Sunshine Archer are on every Friday at 10 p.m. And I guess a serious incident like that is going to stop them. I just can't believe
I
it.
gotta take a week off. It's not only 1 week.
Nobody's allowed. There's no excuse.
I didn't stop for a kidney stone. He didn't even stop for her.
I know, we shouldn't be laughing.
No, but that's him.
Freedom Redbird every Friday night at 10 p.m. I love Brenda, and she's one of those that were reaching out to me. You got to get Scotty on the show. Just so many of you out there. Then Brenda is followed by Lori's Mishmash, Friday Night Hang, right at midnight. Isn't it just perfect for Lori to be on at midnight, right? When the clock strikes 12. So this is Eastern time. Yeah.
Party
the Queen
time.
arrives. And then Lori's followed by another bandmate of mine, bass player, Gary Hubbs. But you all know him as the Parking Lot Warrior. He got his name from our good
Yep.
friend.
That's right. My husband named him.
So yeah,
Adored
it's
him.
just beautiful.
Yes.
That's why I love this community. And then
Never
Gary
missed a
dumps
show.
everybody over to Midnight Chill. Yeah, the Nut House every Saturday night. Saturdays is another busy day. I mean, we've got Thomas Christ going live. You got Jade Star going live. You got Pete Johns going live. And then you have the Nut House at 10 p.m. The Nut House has a fantastic show. Just Ask Snooks. Please go there. He's just an incredible individual. Super cool guy. And then obviously we have Camp G-May, who does so much for these communities as well and these artists. He's got a nice little platform for anybody to show up and share and play their music so live. And he's got a nice little get up set up there, and he's been doing this for at least 4 years. Niels Han Dynasty, another brilliant channel creator. SE Wolverines. Then we got JM Unleashed, Word Games, Ali Patches, and Rich New Designs. Often they do things together. I'm just gonna continue with these shoutouts so then we can just continue talking here. Dom Torgrosa and Chris Lane Sr. For the 5 years that I've been on YouTube, I've never seen them apart. So That's weird. Just joking. Well, Dom's got we all know the happy hour with Dom and Chris, and then Dom has his new show, the Sunday Slide, which I thought this is pretty cool. Dom is separating from Chris, but
Didn't they say they're not separating from? Yeah, they're just that's what they're talking about. What Axis on?
What's that?
What?
You're not muted. Yeah.
Oh no! sorry. I
thought he was talking to me. This way. No. Yeah. So we got Billy. We got Axel Nacho, obviously, who might join us soon. I'm not sure. He did say he was going to be later on. The Mix Club, Pompeii Music, Michael Songs, Sunday set live every Sunday. Scotty Butters, Tuesday, live music every Tuesday. Yeah, we got Miss High, Pendar, Jovel DePutzis, who's in the chat. Please go check out Jovel's channel. I know she goes to everybody's channel, and trust me, when I go, I'm at work and I'm lurking, and I go in there, and I don't think I see enough people that she supports. I'm just saying. Mr. B's Music Addiction, and I got a link but no name. Together we are family. All right. Whew.
Awesome. You got through it.
I got through it.
There's
Yeah.
so many more every week.
Yeah, and I wanted to get through those quickly so we can just have these last couple of songs. And yeah. And because we're doing such a great time, well, let me just wait. The next song we have on cue here is Year After Year. And the only notes I wrote down, because obviously we're going to let you talk about it, is dedicated, and you touched earlier, to your moms and your father-in-law.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was just, it was more, it was, I was going to say neat, but interesting to see and to write from the 2 points of view of my wife losing her father and me losing my mother. And putting those two things together, I think that's, I don't know. I think that kind of, that's it. I mean, it's just, we went through a lot, and after those 2 or 3 years, started playing out and stuff, and so I think those. And make us stronger and make us grow. Got to find something good out of it.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, let's give it a spin. Year After Year.
She was a mother, a sister, and a wife. She was friends with her friends her whole life. Her kind of kindness was kinder than most, with a smile that would encourage one of your own. Then one day they found it inside of her in a corner where it likes to hide. Whether you're old or young, time flies by, there's never enough. It's hard to let you go this way, to sit here and watch you fade, and think of all those things that were left unsaid. things I meant to say, but I wasted all those days you were here, year after year. Well, he was a father, a brother, and a husband. Any problems you had, he'd understand them. His hands were calloused, bruised, and worn down to the bone, and he'd never let you go through anything on your own. Then one day, out on a ride, the Lord took him, we never said goodbye. Whether you're rich or poor, time flies by, you always need more. It's hard to let you go this way, to sit here and watch you fade, and think of all those things that were left unsaid, things I meant to say, but I wasted all those days you were here, year after year. It's hard to let you go this way, to sit here and watch you fade, and think of all those things that were left unsaid, things I meant to say, but I wasted all those days you were here. It's hard to let you go this way, to sit here and watch you fade, and think of all those things that were left unsaid, things I meant to say, but I wasted all those days you were here, year after year, year after year.
Wow. How beautiful was that? Yes.
Absolutely. That's a cathartic song for me. Absolutely.
And here's a little surprise for you all. The man, his ears must have been ringing with you talking about him so much and praising him. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Woo!
What's up?
Now we got a
Muted.
nice little.
Oh, he's doing the fake mute.
To the left.
He's doing the fake mute.
I made it, everybody. Know how's everybody doing?
Hey,
How you
Good
doing?
to see
Al?
everybody.
good to see
See
you.
bro. Good to see you.
How's it going, friends? Oh, it's so good to see you. We've got Scotty Butters here. Man, I just got in, man. I was rushing around like crazy. I'm like, I got to get in there. It was running
Thank you.
late, and I'm like, here we go.
Good to see you.
Well, I'm glad you made it, brother.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to have you.
Yeah, what a great song. I'm glad I was able to make it in for that tune. Man, some of these sad songs that you hear and some of these tunes that some of these great songwriters are writing, I don't think what people don't realize is how a songwriter is able to sing those songs live. How well do you do singing that song live, Scotty? Still a little tough? Yeah, no, people, that's what I don't get. Like, when people sing these songs live, musicians, man, we spend hours in tears singing these songs, not just so we can get through them, but so we can play them for the people, right? and we have to desensitize ourselves to these songs to get through them. And I know there's a lot of them that are just so hard. I know,
I never
especially
play it.
when you can relate to a lost parent. There's so many tunes. You know, as soon as I lost my dad, I knew there was so many songs that I just couldn't even possibly try and sing. You know, still there's so many I can't even get through. To see, you know, to put your heart and soul into writing a song and being able to fulfill that for people. That's tough.
Everybody asked me how I sang that song at Kurt's funeral. I don't know.
You gotta blank.
Sometimes you just do it.
Right? You gotta shut it down and see if you can work your way through it. Frank, you're the same. You've got your song you wrote for your mom, right?
Yeah.
Are you the same? Is it hard to sing that like publicly?
It's the hardest one. That one I won't. The one that's in Italian, I can't. Mama was Camp G-May inspires me constantly. He always wants to hear it, so that kind of helps. But those are songs that I play for myself. Like, you know, I did that one for my dad and for my wife's father as well, the Red Canoe. That one's hard. Like, it's just my hands go numb. It's not that I'm trying to remember. It's one thing that, you know, you're forgetting the lyrics and you get messed up. But this one, it's just, I don't know what happens. But then if there's no cameras, I'm okay. And it's just me and, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. It's almost like when you play these songs, you know, like even like if I'm playing like one of my dad's favorite songs, it becomes just a personal thing between you and them. You're by yourself. It's like your quiet time, you know, with them and their spirit. And it almost feels like when you're playing that song, it almost feels like when you feel the emotion is when they're coming up next to you and putting their hand and listening with you.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's almost like too much, you know, when they're right there with you. And that's when those songs really hit you a lot.
Yeah.
So true.
Well said. There you go, Scotty.
Yeah.
You were
I'm glad you popped in there.
How to articulate an income tax.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Right
popped
on
in.
the head.
That was perfect timing because I listened to that song and
Yeah, it's a heavy one. It's a great one. And that's also a mark of a great tune to be able to, you know, have that emotion about that song when you hear that. I know I do too.
And,
Absolutely.
you know, those professionals that can keep going, you know, if I start cracking up in a song, I can't sing. I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, it all just shuts down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could have played it. I haven't played it for a long time. I haven't played it a little bit, but I think I could play it better than I could listen to it. It's been a long time since I just sat and listened to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Get to appreciate it, you know, a little differently.
Yeah.
And no other people are, you know, just this whole thing, you know.
Well, and then what you've done, Scotty, and this is what I think Axe can relate to, and many of the artists out there. It's not, we don't write a song for us, but what you've done, I mean, we don't write a song for everybody else. We're writing it for us. But when you write with the style that you have, all of a sudden, everybody's thinking, that song's for me. Do you know what I mean? Everybody claims, and that's a sign of a great songwriter. When everybody can claim that song to be theirs, you know? And that's what you've captured in all your songs that I've heard.
Yep.
And the fun I had creating that montage allows me to listen to all these songs, right?
Right.
And in depth and over.
Yes.
You know, trying to put this together. But yeah, no, and we all know my favorite song is coming up next. But yeah.
Oh, your
Yeah,
favorite one's coming up next. Oh.
Yeah, I just love this song. And I just love the video. But,
I'm excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mood Elevators.
It's a great one. Got a lot of great tunes, Scotty.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a great songwriter, and like just what you're saying, Frank. You put out a great tune, and it's about you make a connection to the songs, but what you don't realize is the connections that you're making to other people who are also connecting to that tune, and finding relevance in it. And I think that's what Scotty does a great job with songwriting. You think the guy's done when he can just sit there and play 8 hours of cover tunes, but no, you go check out his original stuff, and then you're like, wow. You hear his original music, and it's literally like, man, it feels like this has been my favorite song for 20 years, and I've been listening to it over and over again, and I just want to keep hearing it, but it's not. It's the first time you're hearing it, and you just want to keep playing it and playing it. That's when you know you got a good tune and a good songwriter on your hands, is when you're like, it's so familiar, but it's brand spanking new, and I love it.
And I find myself singing to them as well.
Yeah, when you can hear it one time and you're like, man, I'm singing along to this song like it's mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I'm building up the anticipation here for this song. Everybody in there guessing. But yeah, let's give it a spin. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Digging My Grave?
All right. So that song was, I started drinking when I was 15. So I've been drinking a lot, drink a lot. And drinking some whiskey, sneaking the whiskey. And then I started playing out a lot, and I drink beer, and I drink, God, who knows how many. I was getting up there. Some nights would be pretty, it's a lot. And then when I wasn't playing, I still wanted to drink on Sundays or, other times because I wasn't working, working. Anyway, so Mood Elevator got mad at me because my liver stuff my numbers were bad. And I was like, but they kept being bad. So I was like, well, my liver's a pussy, but, I want to live. So I can say that, right?
Well, you did.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just say it again, dumbass. Okay, say that. Oh, crap. Anyway, so, yeah, anyway, long story short, Mood Elevator was like, basically saying that the bottle was going to bury me. And so I was like, it's like digging my grave. And I think she might even said that. She might even said that bottle's digging, that bottle's just digging your grave. Or maybe it was like some of the times that I would get in trouble with her from being too drunk the night before, and maybe she was digging my grave. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, and it was about the battle with that, and I hadn't quit yet when I made that album, and I didn't quit until after a little bit after that. 2017? I can't do math right now.
2017.
Terrible at math. Can't read, can't do math. I can just play music and sing. See. But anyway, yeah. So I didn't even actually quit until. So I knew. It was, 2 more years of that. And the more I played, the more I drank. And the problem was to be real about it. The problem was that's how I started playing, because I could drink like 3 beers, and that would like loosen me up, and it would get me up there. I kind of left that out earlier about how scared I was to do it and how nervous I was to perform and stuff. And I'd performed before, but it was always almost like an event that didn't even happen because I couldn't even hardly be there because I was so fight or flight, phone it in kind of thing, like just not enjoying it at all or anything, just being so scared. So anyway, drink a lot of beer, just to get myself up there. And the more I played, the more beer, you know how it is. And finally, I don't even know what happened. Granddaughter was born.
Second granddaughter.
Granddaughter was born. And I don't know. Just, I guess, another event that wasn't a positive event, someone being born instead of passing away. It just kind of changed the way I felt about things. And it was difficult, but I tell you, I thought it was going to be a lot harder, because I kept playing my gigs, and I kept going to the bars, and, everybody
Still trying to
still try to buy me shots and stuff like that. And it got really weird because I had a lot of friends that I no longer have now that would come to all the shows and all that. But you know, as soon as I stopped taking the shots and I wasn't that guy anymore, it changed. It probably my perspective of it probably changed a lot too, which probably skewed it all. But there was a lot of people like, you know, because they want you to party with them, you know, they want you to be the party guy, you know, and but I don't know, and I think it was the best. I miss it, and I don't think that I don't really have a problem not doing it, and I just tell myself that I'm going to do it again. I'm going to drink again one day. I just not today, not tomorrow, maybe. You know, I'm big on, like, you know, anniversaries. So I've done 8 years, maybe after 10 years, but you know, maybe I deserve a drink after 10 years. You don't know. You know, or maybe after a dozen years, maybe I'll move it to a dozen. I just keep moving it, you know, is the point. And so, you know, if anybody, I wish it was that. It's not that easy, but it is. You know, that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. I just told myself I wasn't going to do it anymore. And one day I might do it again. But for now, I mean, to see how it works out. I mean, hell, I'll try it. And it was different because I'd been drunk for so long that I can't tell you how much better I feel. I wouldn't be here now if I'd done that. I'm a totally different person. I mean, so many other things changed me besides that. But anyway, wow.
It's hard being too the rock star thing, right? You know, even being a musician, you know,
They expect you to.
I feel it. You know, you almost get that routine where it's like, well, I don't. If I can't have a couple drinks, I don't want to do it. You know, you start getting that one. So I got to have a couple just to get up there and do it. And it becomes routine and habit, and it's almost like, well, I don't have that, so I don't think I can perform as well tonight. You know, it gets on that level.
I played for 4 to 5 years like that, drinking and getting that. That's what got me up there. So it took that long for the beer to work to get me up there, and then 4 years, you know, and then 4 years for it to get me up there, and then me to get away from it to flourish even more, because it definitely, I definitely was not better. I was not better as a musician. It was, it was okay. I mean, it was, but I mean, it wasn't my full potential, and I've grown so much since then.
But just as performers, a lot of people don't realize when you see your favorite performer up there rocking it away, and performing that song that you love so much on stage, it takes something a little bit more than motivation and good vibes to get somebody that's been performing the same song for 50 years, to get them up there and perform it the same way they did the very first time. And that's why a lot of musicians fall into drugs and alcohol, because it makes you still get up on stage and still feel like you can perform it like the first time you did, or feel like you're still in that party zone where you can have fun playing it, where it was a good time instead of now a job where you're doing it to play it for, you know, because you're getting paid or something else different. Because sometimes you might not want to do it. Because let's be honest, sometimes as musicians, we wake up and we're like, I don't really feel like playing tonight.
And the more responsibility, more pressure.
Well, I don't want to do it, but if I have a couple of these or a couple of those or a couple of these, I'll be in the zone to do it. You know, it's a dangerous circle.
Yeah, I do. I live in Michigan, and I do a lot of the weeds, you know, and that helps me. I think that helps me a lot, you know, a lot too. But I mean, everything that every time I play a song, I just feel like I play it and I relate it to my life, and I play it like 922, by the way. I play it like as if it was the last time I'm going to play it, and that this is how you have to remember me. If I never see you again, this is it. You know?
Well done.
Nice.
And I do want to say, go ahead.
To you guys, and same. I can relate. When I always say my story was, you become the artist first, and then you get involved in the drugs and the alcohol. My story was,
sometimes.
It was, I always wanted to be the rock star, but I got the field parties we used to have back in the day. I'm talking, I don't know, I'm 40 years ago. I would be up there drunk, and it sound great. But then I got to meet the different people because I was in a new area. We had just moved up north, and yeah, it was like, fuck the music. I like this, and never was able to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good run, but yeah,
Not sustainable.
no, no.
I do want to say one other thing too. Talking about getting started and stuff. I tell you, I want to act like that. Music. I mean, I did say that. And I do believe that this is what there's no denying that this is why I'm here. But I will tell you that that Angie girl we mentioned earlier, Jackson County, that I lost my virginity to. She had this band she liked. It was a local band, and we went and seen this band. And I looked at her, and the way she looked at them, I was like, I want all the girls to look at me like that. I was like, hey, I'm over here. It's just, you know what I mean? So I was like, I want that. I want to do that. So,
Hey, look, I got a guitar.
yeah. And also probably a little bit for the, for the beer and the drug, all of it, just the whole thing. So, so it took me a while to learn that that's not at all. It was all disguised as something different. So
Tell me you didn't sing Angie to her.
I never learned that song. I don't know it to this day.
You know I'm going to be requesting it next Tuesday or tomorrow night.
Angie gets brought up a lot.
Angie gets brought up a lot. I always say I knew this girl back in high school like that. And my wife always said, yeah, her name was Angie. I don't know why. I mean, I don't dislike her. I'm friends with her on Facebook and stuff. It's kind of cool. But she, but our song was, you remember that song "Angel" by Aerosmith? You remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah, that was our tune. Oh, God, it was terrible. Anyway, she was pretty. She had two horses, piranha, maybe two piranhas. She had a tarantula. She had a ferret. She had
Your virginity?
my virginity. She took my virginity. She was a senior. I was a freshman.
See, never mind that.
Scotty.
What's that act?
She has everything now but you.
Yeah,
That's right.
but
And that's
no,
the
she
thing is,
had,
once you learn how to play guitar, you don't end up staying single for too long. That's when some good woman comes and grabs you.
right.
Says, no, you're not going anywhere now. You're like, I want all the women and all this. And it's like, no. Now it's time to
I
settle
don't
down.
get that. Yep.
So Frank, are you playing the official music video for this then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had the
Well,
the lyric video, and then when you sent me that, it's like, how did I miss this? So
yeah. I would just show that because speaking of a good woman finding me, I want you to pay attention about in the middle of this tune or in the middle of this video. Mood Elevator's the bouncer, and she's throwing people out. So it's good time. We had such a good time. We had such a good time doing this video. We did it on a Tuesday night. I usually played this bar on a Tuesday night. And I said, hey, can I film a video here? And he's like, yeah. I don't know why he'd say no. He was making all kinds of money. But we brought all kinds of people came in. More than I could have hoped for. And I had my buddies. They weren't the actual band, but we played the part and everything, and we listened to that song over and over and over. I remember somebody was upstairs playing pool, and I was like, how many times are we going to listen to this song? But it was we kind of orchestrated a little bit of a video and had a little bit of a storyline with it, and it was a great time. And I look forward to doing it again. I'm hopefully do it again on one of these newer songs. I hope. I don't know what kind of shenanigans we'll get into, but I hired a dude to do it, a local guy, and he did a pretty good job. I feel like it looks good. I was proud of it.
Man, that's awesome.
I'm proud of it.
all right, let's
Still
have a
proud of
listen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Digging my grave.
shirt. Well, I tell you that shit really got a nice firm hold, dragging me to the bottom of the lowest low. And I'm sure I'll never break these chains before that bottle get done digging my grave. It drowns many sorrows, a remedy for a fear, a crutch to most and a best friend to some when a head needs cleared. Well, some it brings a mean straight, like the gravity pulling down. I tipped that bottle a more times than I really care to count. Well, I tell you that shit really got a nice firm hold, dragging me to the bottom of the lowest low. And I'm sure I'll never break these chains before that bottle get done digging my grave. Dragging me to the bottom of the lowest low. And I'm sure I'll never break these chains before that bottle get done. Before that bottle get done. Before that bottle get done digging my grave.
Wow, that's got to be the best rock screams I've heard in a long time, eh?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was a beautiful ending.
Bravo.
Thank you. Yeah,
Fantastic track.
so much fun.
Cool video too. Very cool.
Yeah,
I like how he used the bottle as the slide.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
And that guitar, that old guitar he was playing, was my grandpa's old guitar. It's old silver tone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like 60. God, I can't remember. I can't remember all the. No, 60, like 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. Old
Yeah,
guitar.
they're old.
Might even be a 59 something. Can't remember. But it's old. Dan Electro, silver tone. Got it at like Sears or something.
Yep, that's where they sold them.
Yeah. And it's a crazy awesome guitar, and it's kind of small, so it fits me perfect. I never play it. It needs to be worked on, so I need to get worked on. I've got a few instruments like that I need to get fixed up.
Wow.
Yeah. What a fun video, though. We had a great time.
Very cool.
Good bouncing job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. I was like, how funny would it be to have this short little woman throw out this big dude?
That was cool.
It's not the first time.
It's not the first time.
Not the first
We
time.
heard you.
So I say, I told you they can hear you. She's like, oh, Grant, I don't feel very good. I was like,
Glad we can.
everybody
hear
knows
her.
this
Hey,
now. I told her I'm going to give her a mic. I'm going to give her a mic so we can hear her. Because half the time I can't hear her because I got the headphones on.
Behind every successful man is the woman that does all the work. See, see, I know.
She does a lot. She does a whole lot.
My aunt used to say about my Uncle Sebastian, rest in peace. The success of her husband, my uncle's success came from every musician's success is a working wife. Or something like that.
Exactly.
I butchered that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. Like that's how we got to this point because she worked her ass off. She worked some 80-hour weeks and stuff, and really had to bust her butt. I was kind of bumming around. So
Well, that's it. Because usually when we say I'm a professional musician, usually means I'm an unemployed bum sleeping on a friend's couch. That's usually the interpretation of that.
yes,
Other than that, it's no. I got a wife that looks after me and keeps me going.
and let me call you back. I think that's my wife coming home from work.
right,
Are the dishes done? Oh boy.
right. No, it's not like that anymore though. She hasn't worked in a while. I guess she worked a little bit last year. She was working at a dispensary. I think she was just doing that to get a bunch of weed. Yes, man. I think she's a pothead. Don't tell her I told you that. No.
Good. Hello. Hi, fellow. Hello. I resemble that remark. So everyone knows.
That's awesome. So you pretty much just do music full time, eh, Scotty? Like
Yeah.
That's
all I
incredible.
do.
That's
Yeah.
the dream, man. That's wow.
Yeah,
Does,
very blessed.
is Mood Elevator? She's like your manager, kind of like. Does she hook your gigs up and stuff for you, or you?
To be honest with you,
I try not to.
well, like not really. I've mostly done it myself. When I first started, I'd just go to bars and I'd say, "Hey, you have music?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'd say, "I play music." There you go. Yeah. You got anything to listen to? I was like, "I got my guitar," or sometimes I'd bring my guitar in with me, and I just play right there because I knew if I could get them to let me play for them, that I was in. You know what I mean? But to talk to people and leave a card and shit, people they just don't do that. So if I could get them to let me on a Monday afternoon or something, just play for like 3 people, hell, I'd walk out there with $50 and just make tips and stuff, and then they'd hire me. So and that's how I got started. And this last year, I mean, not to brag, but I'm proud of what I built. This last year, I don't know that I had to call anybody. Everybody called me, and and now I don't think I'll book any more. I might book a few more gigs, but I think I'm done for this year until January.
Well, that's great. And if we keep getting rocking and your YouTube keeps getting going, we get you monetized, you can be able to work and not even have to put pants on anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
Depending on the angle of the camera, you got to keep the camera on.
Ax missed the update earlier about your pants and how you can be seen there.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, you can see my pants now if I move around. I'm real zoomed in right now. I zoomed in a lot more than I usually am. Can't see it. You can't even see all of my. I can't believe it's Scotty Butters sign back there. You know what it is. You can see the tail end.
I see the corner of it though.
A hint of it there.
But I know that sign.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you know it, then you know what it is. I appreciate it. That was it was a fun time doing that. It's been 10 years since we recorded that album. It's crazy. But and that whole time I just kind of I got lazy at first. In the last 10 years, the reason I haven't had any other, didn't record anything else or have any other songs, I've written and I've played. I've been playing shows to try to survive. We were homeless for a while, and I was still doing that, but we were homeless with like how many Shih Tzus did we have at the time? Like 3 or 4 Shih Tzus, and we were homeless. And homeless in the wintertime in Michigan ain't a whole lot of fun.
No.
So well, I mean, I say we were homeless. We were living in our van. We had a home. It was just small, But we had friends. Luckily, we had friends and people that would help us out, and we slowly but surely got back in this place. And I don't know. It took a good solid good couple 3 years to get back on our feet and feel normal again. I went through a lot of stuff because I had to sell a lot of my grandparent stuff. Some of my mom, I don't think I sold any of my mom's stuff. I kept a hold of that, and I had friends that would keep that in the basement. They kept that in their basement for me. Very blessed with people to help me out through that because I would have lost everything because we couldn't take anything with us. I mean, partially our fault, but partially not our fault. Family sometimes just family. They sometimes wicked, and they do that, and I don't know. It's the way it was, so that's what it is. And you grow a lot when you have to give away stuff that you don't want to give away or sell stuff you don't want to sell. You sell it for, it means $100 to you, but you sell it for fucking $10, and you're like, God. Yeah. It's rough. So a lot of growing. And I mean, you don't know me, but I've lately figured out, I don't know if you know what a magpie is, but I figured out that I'm a magpie. And it's two things. You talk all the time and you collect things, and everything's fucking got, I can use this. Everything, all of it. So I'm a hoarder. It's not really bad. It's not, we don't have tunnels through our house or anything, but I mean, I have a hard time parting with things or saying goodbye. This interview could go on. We don't know how long it's going to go on. It could go on forever.
Funny place for 8 hours.
Trust me.
Frank's going to have to shut me down. I don't know.
Frank will be passed out. You can talk forever.
We'll be still on
Everybody
here.
knows me 9:45. I'm out.
I love it. I love it.
I have trouble trying to make it to Axe's. Oh, by the way, so unfortunately, my wife has a procedure Tuesday, not this Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the next. So it'll be the last, Jesus, I can't even speak. I'm that tired. It'll be the last Monday of May. So I'll be able to jump on your stream. I'm not going to work Tuesday morning.
Nice.
I hope you have something going on that night, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. On Tuesdays.
Yeah.
See?
Our Axe and Nachos over there. Over at Axe, we got Wednesday nights where we're starting trouble over there, too.
Yeah, that's a great night. We're having a great time over there Wednesday nights. We're just open it up and have some good time. Like I said, I send some sticky tickets. I always send Frank a sticky ticket.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for him to make it, but we send them out there and try to get some musicians come up and play. I guess it's a bit of a hard sell, but we have a great night. We get some great people coming up. Meet new people every week. Meet some amazing new people.
Yeah, make new
some
friends.
people that are in the chat, they finally get some courage and they come up and we find out that they're amazing.
Yeah, we're meeting new musicians. Stony Run.
Great night.
Stony Run coming up and playing the uke for us. That was fun.
It's cool.
I think he's out there in the chat. I did want to say thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the love, and thank you. Like I said, I checked my subscribers, and they went up, and I appreciate every single one of them. And I can't thank you enough. It means the world to me. Fills my heart.
Yeah, man, you're putting in a lot of work. It's going to pay off. I said at the beginning of the show, your channel is just going to balloon, and Axe just said the same thing.
Yeah.
All you have to do is take care of what you can take care of. You put in an honest effort, and everything else will happen around you.
Yeah.
Putting the work in, that's the main thing is, a lot of people, they get these amazing shout outs and stuff that, maybe we didn't have when we first started our channel. And now there's so many outlets like this show here.
Yeah.
My show, there's other people's show that shout out great musicians.
I was going to say,
and there's those musicians that get those shout outs but don't really do anything with it. It's good to see it. If you get those moments, you only get one shot, just like Eminem rapped. Don't blow it, and Scotty's not. He took those shout-outs, and he's working his tail off.
Yeah.
It was 8-hour streams, man. It's to be able to play 8 hours long. That's incredible.
When Axe started talking to me about getting online and stuff, it was like a year ago. Like it took me a long time to actually fix it all get my sound hooked up, and get just the courage and the I don't know. Not courage is the right word, but just get to doing it. I don't know. I love it though.
It's not like you're
addicted to it now.
It's not like you're new on YouTube.
Right. Not completely. No.
And like I said, for musicians, there's this. I call it the 300, the 300 line. When musicians hit that 300 subscriber mark, it is a hump that is so. Especially if you're just doing music, it's a hump that's really, really hard to get over.
Yeah.
A good shout out or, just a good, pushing you out there.
Yeah.
It's all somebody needs to get to that 500 subscriber mark. And once you hit that 500 hill, you can usually climb the hill a lot easier yourself.
Yeah. And I wasn't doing any lives because I would try to do some lives and my sound just didn't sound good. And I'm like, what's the point of doing a live? I could sound really, really good, but if it's coming across all, awful sounding, then it defeats the whole purpose of what I want my channel to be.
Right.
You got to be able to hear me. The sound is the most important part. So yeah, so
Absolutely.
so it took me a while to figure that out, and finally did that, and started, and it just, and it's all kind of just come together. There was no plan. I was like, let's do a Tuesday, and I'll call it I don't know, Tuesday. I was like, oh, that's great. All you do is put an N in there in between the U and the E, and it freaking turned into another thing. And I was like, that's perfect. I love it. And then it just kind of took off. And I was like, I find it hard to commit to things too because I have terrible self-discipline. And so I'm like, I'll commit to Tuesdays, to this Tuesdays, and then and I'll build from there. And then so if I want to get on, I'll do a pop-up stuff like that. But that way I don't feel kind of pressured to do it. But I really would like to have a whole nother day a week that I do stuff. I don't know what day it'll be, but I want to do something. But I like doing little pop-ups too. That's fun because you never know who you're going to get. Do it different time. You can do it any time of the day. So it's fun. I'm having a blast. And Frank, I really, really appreciate you having me on. I'm glad you picked Justine, and we got Axe to come up here. I'm glad you made it. I hope Mom's doing good. Axe?
Yeah, Mom was doing good. We did Mother's Day today because we do Mondays, and we had some Chinese food, and we loaded up on that, and I'm getting hungry again. Getting some leftovers. We got a show to get ready for at 11 o'clock coming up. Nacho's going to be with me tonight. It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got Nacho tonight. She's in makeup and wardrobe right now. I got to get over there, get into makeup and wardrobe. This just doesn't happen. It takes a team.
Right. We understand.
So we're going to get ready for that. It's going to be a great night tonight, and then we'll be back at it again on Wednesday night with the open mic jam and my co-host here, Mr. Butters.
Yes.
It's going to be a great time. The week is packed with so much great content. Frank reads off these lists like religiously every week. People appreciate it. It's a great way to find people, get to know people, make those contacts. That's what you want to do, make contacts. And we appreciate Frank and all he does here for the people in this community.
Amen.
Yeah, what a great show and a great place to be.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is, Axe. I mean, they done it for us, and you're doing the same. We're just paying it forward. We're continuing that, and this is what makes everyone grow, right? And you said it. I remember struggling for 100, and it does take a lot of work. But when you got a good brand and you believe in it and you're putting in that effort and that work, because it's not going to come alone on its own. You got to work for it like everything, right? Just
Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard work, but
build
it's
it-
fun. It's good. It's good work.
Yeah. This is definitely worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you, Scotty, I find it hard to. I didn't think this show would last more than 4 or 5 weeks, or it'd be. I was already thinking, maybe that Monday I'm gonna be off or away, or it's like I can't leave it now. Did I mention I'm an addict?
Yeah.
But,
That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm addicted to it, though. I'm addicted.
We're an all-in breed, right?
What's that?
We're an all-in breed.
Right. Yep.
Well, a lot of us, it's therapeutic.
Yes.
A lot of us kind of need this.
It's changing my
many of
life.
us, people don't realize this, even as musicians, and you see us in the bars and you see us up on stage playing the rock star again. You think that we're people, but we're generally not. Generally, you see the musician walk off stage. He usually walks off in a corner. He usually goes off with a few band members out back for safety meetings. But generally, you won't see the musicians, kicking it up with a bunch of people. We're kind of loners. And so this is good therapy for us. We're able to do what we do and kind of still stay secluded and talk when we need to and kind of ditch out when we need to. We appreciate the online stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
what
the show is coming to an end now.
Yeah.
I'd like for people to jump over to Vince Gianella's. And I didn't set up the automatic dump. So make me look good all. And just lie to him and tell him Frank set up the dump and it was successful. I don't know.
Just act like it.
Just act like me and lie a bit, please. Just a small little lie. All right. Yeah. Once again, Justine, I want to thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
No, this is
So fun.
wonderful. Axe, you're incredible. Thank you for. I know you played a big role in bringing Scotty into our communities and letting us notice him. You do amazing stuff out there. You talk about everybody else's hard work. Brother, you're so committed to our friend Camp GMA. You've got your show Mondays, you got your show Wednesdays, and you seem to appear on everybody else's streams. You do a lot of good things. You've done so much for this community already. You're just a class act, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Scotty, man, I'm telling you, I can just see your channel. You're the real deal. That's the best way I can put it. You're the real deal.
Yep.
Your sound, your style, your production, your lives. I think you got a real cool, great thing going, and I wish you all the best, continued success. Justine, you want to close it off with something, and then we'll go around.
Thanks for being in this awesome community. I'm really glad I'm getting to know you, and it's great being in your Tuesdays and enjoying your music. And as usual, Axe, your absolute therapy. Everybody go to Axe tonight. That is musical therapy right there.
Yeah.
We always have so much fun. So come on over.
That's awesome. Once again, thanks, Justine.
Thank you.
Axe, yeah, you're welcome. What do you want to add before we throw it over to Scotty?
Yeah, just all the musicians and everybody out there, and everybody that has a channel and is out there performing and doing everything they do. You can feel it. You can get down. There's waves that come over. Every time we hit that live button, or just before we hit that live button, we get a lot of voices in our head telling us not to do it, telling us horrible, horrible things. And it's a hard thing to do, to sit here and go live and do it, because we wrestle with ourselves. After we're done, we're thinking about our performance. We're thinking about, was it good enough for the people? Did they hear that screw up? Did they do? Are they? But the crowd is amazing. We got such a great community. It's so positive and so full of good vibes that we feel this. And then as soon as I know when I hit live, the people make all of that go away.
Yeah.
And I do 4 hours, and I know Scotty can do 8 hours. He can keep going. It's the people that make it that easy. I'm sure he'll agree with me. 4 hours goes by like that, and you don't even know what goes by, because the people that are engaging with you and cheering you and asking you to, hey, do this song. I love that song. Yeah. That's what makes time go by so fast, and we just have such a great time doing it. So it's the people out there. We thank you so much for you guys out there. Thank you for making this possible for us, for doing it.
Well said.
Incredible.
Very cool. Scotty, why don't you close it out?
All right. Yeah. I'm glad. I was kind of nervous about this, but I feel like it went fairly well. And I'm glad you guys. I'm glad I could do this, because it's hard for me to just sit there and talk. And most times if I do a live, people are telling me play another song. So it's good to sit here and be able to talk and everything, and get to know more about all of you and just all of it, and let you guys into my crazy head. And I appreciate you guys for not running yet. No, I in chat, it made it crazy. Crazy in the chat. Chat was running right from the beginning, just, And I got so many subs, and I just appreciate all the support and everything. I appreciate the lifting up, and I think I heard a wise man once say that if you're going to step on, if people are lifting you up and they're below you and they lift you up to the top of the fence, you don't just drop over the fence. You put your hand down and lift them up. They do the same thing for the next person. We just keep doing it. So I believe in that, and I appreciate, and I won't forget any of the support. I love all of you, and I just can't. It's more than I could have ever dreamed that it would. That I don't know. I love it, and I appreciate it, and I had a feeling I was pretty good, so I'm glad you guys think so too.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much, and Axe, thank you for making it. I know it was hard to do. I appreciate you. And Frank, great choice having Justine come and hang out with us. And I appreciate you. I wish I could have answered more of your questions, and maybe we can do another one sometime. Maybe Justine will just do your own interview with Scotty Butters. Who knows? We'll see what happens. You never know. Spin off. All right. But anyway, much love, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Scotty.
Thanks again. Thank you all for
Frank.
all the support, and I appreciate you all being here. A special thanks to DJ Big Red Folk Punk for all the work you do behind the scenes. The show wouldn't be the show. Snooks, kudos to you for dropping all the links and especially at the beginning pushing me to send you things ahead of time. It really made me realize the importance of the show to someone like you. That means it was important to others. I appreciate you all. Mike and Don, Hetriani, Gary Hubbs, Lori's Mishmash, just everybody here. And I know I always miss people, but I love you all. I appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting this amazing artist, Scotty Butters, and please continue to do so. If you're watching on replay, we rise together, as Jade Star says. Let's help one another, and let's get our music heard. Hey, that was good.
That was good.
Right. We're going to close the show with a very good friend that loaned us her song, Liz a Day, to close out this show. And it's family, and it's just perfect for this show, I believe, and exemplifies our communities. So, love you all.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I just want to say one more thing, one last thing I forgot. I just want to say this. Thank you, Mom, because I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for her, and this whole thing was about her, and I have a hard time on Mother's Day, so you guys, like you said, therapeutic. You got me through it. That's all I want to say. Sorry.
Thanks, Mamos.
Killer.
Thank
you.
Love you, Scotty.
Love you.
This is awesome.
Love ya.
Peace, everybody.
Brother, father, mother, we are one and the same. Friends, chosen, hearts shared, a force of nature. We are family, forever like a diamond, special treasure. We shine. And we're not part of one another. Our love is gold. Family. Family. we'll weather it together. Wherever we are in the world, our home is where the heart is. No matter how far apart we may find ourselves doing, it don't matter, baby. We are the same. Forever we will be. Brother, sister, father, mother. We are one together. Wherever we are in the world, our home is where the heart is. However hard the cards may fall,